The book of Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horse and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akams that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. And I want to get in a lesson today pretty much centered around this radioactive tsunami threat. Okay, and this is another high-graded military weapon, all right, a sword that Russia have amongst, other nuclear capability, nuclear powered capability, missiles and missiles, and amongst other things for the Lord indignation towards the north. The north, represents Babylon in the scriptures, well, we would know it as America, all right, but in the scriptures it's called the daughter of Babylon and Babylon, okay, which means confusion ultimately, all right. So as I get into the article, all right, this is just one of many weapons that the Lord have instrumented against America, man, all right, along with Russia being the chief nemesis to this place, okay, but also, as like you say, gonna put hooks back into their jaws, turn them into that old Soviet state to come up against the whore, all right, which is known as America. Okay, now I read some of this article, because I did a lesson where China just unveiled, the mothership of drones, okay, and then also I think they have an underwater drone, okay, don't quote me on that. I did pull up that lesson. The Lord willing, I'll be able to get to it maybe behind this one, all right, but this one I had queued up, and it kind of slipped my mind to do a lesson on it, so that's why, 3 days ago, that's a lucky for that. But nonetheless, whether it's 3 days, 30 days, 300 days, all right, this is just another form to show that the Lord intended to destroy America, all right, and smite the heads thereof, for many countries. But furthermore, let's just see, the weaponry, all right, that that Russia possess, okay, which are Edomites, by the way. It says in late 2025, Russia revealed details about a nuclear-powered autonomous underwater weapon known as Poseidon, all right, a massive super turbo torpedo reportedly capable of evading defenses and striking targets across oceans with devastating force. Now, we understand, all right, when you start getting into the submarines and different, avenues of water, because in the water is a way to trade, all right, and the Lord is causing trade fronts on many ways, man, all right, and it's an avenue to get into your country, break your defenses, and it's different ways to travel here, right? If you want to destroy somebody, you got to look for openings, all right, and the water is a way by, you obviously go by the way of air, all right, and water is another way to send a counterattack, all right, if you're looking to counter your enemy, okay, because they're in the waters with their naval ships and battleships and different things of that nature, all right, they got submarines, different things, and you'll notice, I think it's a movie with Gerard Butler, I can't think of it, all right, but it was he had a U.S. submarine, and some kind of ways he entered into the like the zone of the Russians or something like that, and it lets you know that they intend to do battle in the seas, and that's why the Lord letting Leviathan play there, All right, you know, because he gonna take care of the seas, you know, and just in general. All right. So, but I forget this movie. Let me see if I can look it up. Bear with me. It's a good movie. All right. It's a real good movie. Gerard Butler. I think he a J too. Let's see. The water movie. Let me see. Yeah, Hunter Killer. All right. Damn good movie. It's Hunter Killer. All right. I think he ended up in the zone of the Russians, like where the Russians control under the water. All right, and he got to make a life changing decision or something like that. All right, and it's heavy, but it show you that it's gonna be a battle under the waters. All right, with these nations too as well. Okay, and it says, let me get back to the article. It says the weapon part of Moscow's broader strategic nuclear modernization. Select it for that. It says the weapon part of Moscow's broader strategic nuclear modernization has sparked intense debate among defense analysis, policymakers, and arms control experts about the future of naval warfare and global security. And I'll tell you this: America got some weapons, all right, but they don't got nothing on Russia, man. All right, intercontinental ballistic missiles, they don't got more than Russia. All right, they got stronger ones. All right, these people are prepared for war according to biblical prophecy, man. You know, they gonna shake the earth, all through the Lord. All right, let's get that straight. Poseidon's development reflects a shift in how major powers envision nuclear deterrence, moving beyond land-based missiles and bomber aircraft towards stealthy, hard-to-detect systems. See, that can threaten coastal infrastructures anywhere in the world. With claims of unlimited range, deep sea stealth, and nuclear propulsion, the weapon challenges traditional defense frameworks and raises pressing questions about ethics, environmental risks, and escalation in future conflicts. A super torpedo unlike any other. You see? The Poseidon system, also known by its NATO report name Canyon, is an undermanned water vehicle, UUV, that combines features of a torpedo, drone, and an autonomous weapon. Designed by Russia's Rubin Design Bureau and under development for years, the roughly 20 to 24 meter long device is powered by a nuclear reactor. All right, and that nuclear reactor is what's gonna set off and push the force of those waters like that, man. All right, which gonna cause a tsunami. All right, and that water will push on land. All right, and drown the people, man. I did a video a while back. It's called I think it's called a super tsunami. Forgive me for that. It's called some kind of type of way where the waters rise up like a garment, you know, and overfloods the earth. It says never had been heard before. It's not a super tsunami. It's salaki for that, man. I can't think of it right now. If it come back to me, Lord willing, I'll say it. All right, but let me see this right here. Nuclear powered by nuclear reactor. Let me get this right. Let's see this. All right. A nuclear-powered submarine uses an onboard nuclear reactor to generate heat, creating steam that drives turbines for propulsion and electricity, or allowing it to stay submerged for months or years. Unlike conventional subs that need to surface for air, granting them virtually unlimited range and stealth for military options. But it's a lock-in. All right, the nuclear reactor. I'm using my mind thinking, press the damn button, but it has that would generate heat. All right, you know, to keep it submerged. All right, that's the purpose of a submarine, to keep it underwater. All right, with major types, it says granting them virtually unlimited range, stealth for military options, with major types including attack, SSN and ballistic missiles, SSBN submarines. All right. It says the first USS Nautilus, launched in 1954, revolutionizing underseas warfare with unparalleled endurance and speed, with only a few nations possessing the technology today. And Russia is one of them, you see, and China. A nuclear reactor, uranium fuel, undergoes a controlled chain reaction producing immersed heat. Yeah, see? Air dependence. Because they don't need air for combustion, they can stay underwater indefinitely, limited only by food and crew supplies. Right? See that? Okay. Attack submarines designed to hunt other submarines and surface ships, and surface ships conduct intelligence gathering and support special operations. Ballistic missile submarines carry nuclear ballistic missiles, serving a survivable deterrent force. All right, but only a handful of nations, including U.S., Russia, China, France, the U.K., and they possess nuclear submarine technology. All right. Let me go back. Let me finish reading a little bit of this. It says, with speeds that reportedly, one there. No, yeah, it says giving it an effective, unlimited range and ability to cruise silently through the deep ocean. It says with the speeds that reportedly reach up to 185 kilometers per hour, about 100 plus knots, and the capacity to descend below 1,000 meters, Poseidon is intended to evade existing sonar and anti-submarine defenses. So China can have a submarine just sitting on the coast of America or in American waters inside their defensive force. I mean, Russia can have that. All right. Right now, just waiting to shoot, hit a ballistic, hit something underwater or whatever, and cause the seas to rev up, man. You know, because if America can't detect it on sonar radars, it's practically here. That's why America trying to get their nuclear silos, and get their silos on the border to position themselves to fight. So the same as the other the people that's coming up against America, right? They positioning themselves to fight, whether it be by because war is strategic, whether it be by submarines, air drones, all right, different ways to attack their opponents, man. All right. It says Poseidon is intended to evade yeah, I read that. Making detection and interception extremely difficult. In strategic terms, this capability positions it as a novel form of nuclear second strike delivery, complicating both offensive planning and defensive strategies. Yeah. A nuclear punch in a controversy, Tsunami claims. One of the most talked about aspects of the Poseidon concept is its nuclear payload option. An analyst estimate that it could carry a warhead in the multi-megaton range, capable not only of obliterating military infrastructure, but also of causing catastrophic damage to coastal cities and ports if detonated near shore. See? Some Russian officials and media have even suggested that a detonation underwater could generate massive radioactive waves. See? Sometimes described as nuclear tsunamis. There you go. While the physics of such effects remain debated among scientists, the imagery underscores how dramatic and psychologically potent the weapon's potential impact is perceived. It said the development of Poseidon isn't happening in isolation. It's closely tied to Russia's evolving submarine fleet. It says modern platforms like the Khabarovsk class special mission submarine have been purpose-built to carry multiple Poseidons, UUVs, enabling Moscow to deploy these weapons covertly from basins along its northern and Pacific coast. See? The larger Bell Orag submarine, converted for strategic missions, was earlier identified as a key Poseidon carrier and represents a significant departure from traditional ballistic missile submarines. Such platforms enhance the stealth and survivability of the torpedo system, extending its reach towards potential adversary shorelines. So there you go, man. Strategic implications, this is the last part I'll read, and global reactions. Russia portrays Poseidon as a strategic deterrent, a means to ensure retaliation capability even if other elements of its nuclear arsenal are neutralized. Western defense analysis suggests this reflects a broader pivot towards next-generation deterrent systems designed to evade modern missile defenses. Yeah, so you're looking at the large magazine of weapons that he intend to use to destroy America, man. All right. So again, this tsunami potentially causing radioactive submarine. Man, it's just another one of the Lord weapons of his indignation to this place, man. All right. And to create a nuclear tsunami, like you say, it's all hell on land, but this is another form of how the Lord gonna actually destroy America, man. And trust me, it's gonna get used. All right, just like those missiles gonna get used, submarines gonna get used, man. All right, they gonna unload on the horde, man. And that's what it's created for, to destroy the horde, man. So the Lord making bright the arrows. He making ready the arrows on this place. Let me get that and I'll get out of here. All right, real quick. That's a lot. Yeah, this it's the Lord intent to do this too. It's his purpose. He purposed it. All right. Yep. Jeremiah 51:11. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. Yahweh had raised up the spirit of the Medes, for the device is against Babylon. See? To destroy it, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple. See that? So part of this submarine, that's an arrow, man. That's a weapon that the Lord gonna shoot and not spare any arrows on this whore, man. Right? Whether that be from the IC intercontinental ballistic missile, the underwater submarine ballistic missiles, all of them is getting used, man, to destroy this whore. All right? Because it's the Lord's purpose against Babylon, man. So just like ancient time when the Lord destroyed Egypt and these places, the Lord purposed to destroy modern day Babylon, man. All right? So down goes the whore soon. So I don't want to rock this out of what's that a fine, man. Till next time I say shalom.